All right, lovely everyone. Welcome to Gentle Wake Me Up Flow today. We're going to start standing up, a little bit different maybe than what we're used to, but we'll make our way down to the mat as we flow, as we go, as we flow. All right, so just start by grounding and kind of homing into the earth and connecting in, yeah, through the feet. Feet are hip width apart. Yeah, and you feel the lovely sense of touch between the feet and the earth. And even though you're standing, feel that you're relaxing into this mountain pose, this Tadasana, and you can relax your muscles. You can relax the shoulders, your hips, and everything you can bring into an aligned place, and maybe even soften the knees, soften the gaze. And we'll take some breaths. Notice the breath coming in and out. Guide the breath to the diaphragm as we breathe in, breathe out. Feel the chest rising and falling as we breathe. Feel that we're nourishing and the breath is expanding from the diaphragm out to the skin, to the crown, to the fingertips, to the toes. Okay. And take a couple more breaths, nourishing and relaxing. Okay. And then we'll gently start to just kind of bend one knee a little bit and then lift up the ankle and the other. So you're starting to lift up one ankle and then the other. And you'll feel your shoulders begin to rock from one side to the other. And what we're going to do is we're going to bring up one arm. We're going to bend, depending on what ankle we're lifting, we're going to bend that elbow. I'm going to draw it up and back. So we have a good roll to the shoulders, and then we're going to go on the other side. I'm going to draw it back. All right, can you see lifting the ankle and the shoulder and the elbow? You're really rolling back the shoulders. Keep the tailbone tucked under, and you can take an inhale as you roll back, then exhale, inhale. Yes, can you see? So you kind of inhaling as you roll back the shoulder. And then you could, if you want to speed up, you can take an inhale and then an exhale. Yeah, and then you could change it round. And just feel that you're really drawing the elbow up and back. And that's really waking up the shoulders, the shoulder blades, the back, stretching into the hips. And keep thinking about the feet being grounded and that you're starting to really wake up that body, inhaling, exhaling. Lovely. Just maybe kind of take a couple more where you really feel like you're just relaxing the wrists and the arms. All right, let's take a couple more. Start to feel that you've woken up a bit, and then come back to center. Roll the hips round to kind of level yourself, balance yourself. Okay, and then roll round the other way. All right, and then you're going to let's bring your hands to your heart space, but interlock the fingers. Take a breath in and out, and we're going to kind of stretch up the wrists and the elbows as you draw up from the chin. Kind of feel that you're pushing against the chin. So you're pushing up with the hands and down with the chin. So it's actually on your chin. Yeah, that's it. Okay, and this is going to be an inhale. And then you're going to, let me show you from the side. And then you're going to exhale. You're going to draw the arms out. You're going to bend the knees, tuck under the tailbone, and bring the chin down to the chest. So you're rounding off the back. Yeah? So it's inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Really feel like you're winding off the back. And then get into the flow. Well, that's warming me up straight away. I thought it might. So let's keep going. Let's see how you're doing. Inhaling there. Exhale, really round off. Yeah, that's it. Lovely. Yeah, so that feels really good, hopefully. So. And let's do a couple more of these. So you've got that little bit of pressure between the chin and the hands, and then you're rolling it all out, and then come back to center. All right, and then we're gonna kind of bend the knees, stretch back, bring the hands behind you as much as you can, and bring the chest forward. You can roll out the tailbone a little bit back as well, and look up. So it's inhale. Yeah, exhale. So you're exhaling heart this time. Inhale. And exhale. Tuck the tailbone under when you come back. Yeah, inhale. Exhale. Keep that going. Let's see how you're doing. Yeah, that's it. Gorgeous. Yeah, brilliant. Feels so good. I'm going to join back in. And let's take a couple more of those. Opening out the heart space, exhaling, tucking under. Lovely. And then come back through your center. Let your arms relax down by your sides, and we're going to do some spine rolls, forward folds, yeah, but we're rolling down through the spine. So we want to inhale, and then as you exhale, bring the chin down to the chest and start to roll down through each vertebrae. Soften the knees, so it's a nice soft wake me up movement. If you're doing this later in the day and you've already warmed up, then you could straighten the knees, but if you're first thing in the morning, make it nice and soft, and then we'll exhale up again. So we're moving with the exhale. Yeah, so inhale, and then exhale, rolling down, soften the knees, keep the weight even through the feet. And inhale, and then curl up, exhale, curling up. And then inhale, exhale. So let's do some more of those. And lovely. Let's do one more lovely roll up, down, and then a lovely roll up. All right, so come back through your center. Just take a moment. Maybe we'll bring the chin down on its own, just for a moment and then, yeah, just kind of recenter, and then come back with your head up. All right, keep the tailbone tucked under, maybe the knees slightly soft again, and we're gonna roll, we're gonna rock our arms from side to side. So just kind of let them swing. If you can kind of just let them really relax from the shoulders, and you swing round from one side to the other, you can turn, keep the tailbone tucked under, bend the knees, you can turn the hips a little bit as long as the tailbone's tucked under and you're very relaxed. And you can let the arms swing, just let them kind of start nice and slow and then let them swing a little higher. Make sure you're swinging from the shoulders, so you're nice and relaxing the elbows, the wrists, and the shoulders. Yeah. And let the arms swing maybe a little bit higher until You're feeling that you're really loosening off those arms and those shoulders. Maybe you can swing even a little bit higher, maybe kind of, oh, that's it. It's really relax into it. You could maybe even close your eyes, take a couple of swings. Lovely, and then start to slow it down again. Okay, lovely, and then come back through the center. So bring your hands to your heart again. This time interlock the hands, but without arching the back. Bring your hands out for a stretch. Okay, and then bring them up over the head. And then turn the palms and feel that you're pushing energy down to the earth. Lovely. And then inhale out. Up. Exhale in and down. Lovely. So take some more of those. Inhaling. Really feel that you're stretching up as much as you can. So we're not arching the back with this one. We're moving the arms and we're pushing that energy down. Inhale up and exhale down. If you can turn the palms, then you can go there. Lovely. Turning, pushing down. Let's take a couple more of those. That's one of the best wake me up movements, that for the ribs. You can probably feel that in the ribs as you go. Lovely. Let's take, what did I already say? Let's take a couple more because it's feeling good. Really feel you pushing energy down. Lovely grounding, earthing, and then bring your hands back to your heart again. So bring the elbows up a little bit and let's circle the hands around. Inhale up and round, exhale down and round. You feel that you're stretching out the wrists a little bit there. Okay, and then round the other way. Push into the hands just a little bit so you feel that stretch through the ligaments in the hands and the wrists. Lovely, and then come back through the center. That's it. And we're gonna feel that we can bring the hands out, and we'll come down towards the mat. And as you come back down towards the mat, bring your hands down in front of you, and then walk forward and push back into a downward dog. Both hands on the floor. Okay, and then rock them. Bend one knee, then the other, so you're in walking dog. Yeah, I've just got my one arm up. Yeah, you stay with both your hands on the floor. That's it. And then stretch back into downward dog. And you could bring your knees, or if you're not using the knees, you can come over. It's quite nice. You can just come over from there. And let's come into butterfly. Oh, that feels good. And then feel yourself grounding through the sit bones. Make sure the sit bones are back and your knees are out to the side and you feel comfortable in your hips. Okay, lift up through the spine. And then let's take a little rock of our butterfly wings. Rock your butterfly wings, Clive or Lucy. That's it. Butterfly ears. Lovely. And then come back. Yay, that's it. Perfect. All right, and then come back for your center. Lovely. And then arch the back. So we'll do a spinal flex. So arch the back. Lovely. Inhale forward with the chest, shoulders back. Exhale back. So really arching the back. Inhale forward, shoulders back. Exhale. And keep that movement going. If you need to bring the heels just a little bit away from you to make it more enjoyable for the hips, or if you're on the recording, you might want to bring something under the hips if we're doing this for any length of time and it starts to ache in the hips. All right, but everyone on the live I think is all right today. Lovely, and take a couple more movements there. Inhale, exhale. Lovely, inhaling, exhaling. So come back through your center. That's it. Okay, and then draw your legs together. So bring them out in front of you. Hands to the thighs. Lift up through the spine. And begin to roll down into a forward fold there. Lovely. Inhale through the center. Exhale, roll down. And inhale, roll up. Exhale, roll down. Inhale up. Exhale down. And inhale up. Exhale down. Keep that going, so it's quite nice, that forward fold there. Lovely. Let's take a couple more. Yeah, I always feel like once I get into that, I'm like, oh, that's nice. All right, so come back up to sitting, and then remember what we were doing when, stay in the sitting, your staff pose. So stay in your sitting pose. If you need to just peel the sit bones back a little bit more, or if you've been sitting a while and you feel like you need a cushion or something, then you can. Otherwise, stay in your staff pose. Lovely. And remember what we were doing at the beginning when we were rolling the shoulders. Yeah, so we're going to roll one shoulder back. Lovely. And then roll the other one back. All right, so it's inhale. And you can lift the elbow. Yeah, like we did before. And start to roll the shoulders, but then ultimately, yeah, roll the shoulders, and then you'll start to feel the elbows lifting as well. So you kind of take the elbows back and then back around. And inhale, roll. Yeah, so you feel like you're kind of rolling not only the shoulders, but also the arms are getting a stretch, and also the shoulder blades. Yeah, so inhale, exhale back to center, inhaling, exhale back to center. Lovely. And then let's take that the other way. So take the elbow back and round. Lovely. And take the elbow back that time, and then bring the shoulder and the elbow round. Yes, see what I mean? So inhale, and then exhale. And that's it, lovely. So take a couple more of those. Might feel a bit more, might take a little bit more focus to do the roll that way. That's it. Come back through the center, and then finishing that part of the practice off, bring the chin on its own down towards the chest and hold it there for a moment. And then you could take a point and a flex of the toes. And then bring the head back up again. Bring your hands down by your sides. Maybe you can flatten the palms for a moment with the fingers pointing outwards. Lovely. And then we're going to slide to one side and bring the arm over. You can look forward, or you can look just under the armpit a little bit. And then we're going to inhale through the center and bring the other arm over. Yeah, so it's inhale, exhale. Yeah, straight right over like that. Lovely. Inhale, exhale. All right. And make sure that inhale comes through the center. Inhale through the center, exhale. Inhale through the center, exhale. Keep that going. Let me see, lovely. Yeah, that's it. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. Let's take a couple more on both sides. Okay, lovely. Come through the center. And then let's bring our legs to a comfortable cross-legged position. And have our hands on our knees. Let's sit up nice and straight. And begin to bring your ear down to, say, the right ear down to the right shoulder. Inhale through the center. Left ear down to the left shoulder. Make sure you're moving in a way that feels comfortable. If you need to just take the shoulders back or forward a bit just to make it more comfortable, then do. Inhale, exhale. Yeah, so you're getting a stretch. Quite often gets tight between the shoulders and the neck. Inhale, exhale. Keep going. Maybe take a little bit more time in the stretch. And let's take a couple more. Okay, lovely. And then come back through the center and take a forward fold and bring your arms to the mat. And allow yourself, make sure the hands are in line with the shoulders. Allow yourself to relax down. Maybe bend the elbows in a little bit towards the mat, keeping them as much as you can in line with the shoulders and the wrists. So they're not kind of going out like that, they're going in. And then as you allow yourself to relax down in the forward fold, kind of grounding and beginning to close off the practice. So let's take some breaths in and out. And take the breaths into the tight parts of the body, bringing nourishment and oxygen in. Really feel that you're expanding and relaxing with the breath. Lovely, take a couple more breaths there. Really relaxing the elbows and the shoulders. And then inhale as you exhale, walk yourself back up again. Change the cross of your legs. Have your hands either in your lap or on your knees, and close your eyes. And begin to breathe a lovely wave of relaxing energy up through the body as you inhale. And a wave of grounding and relaxing energy through the body as you exhale. And lovely. Take a couple more of these waves of relaxing energy. Just really relaxing all the muscles and all the ligaments and all the joints in the body as you go, and the mind relaxes. Let's take a couple more. Relax out the mind. Give yourself some space. All right, lovely. And then start to slowly open the eyes. Come back to the space that you're in. And we'll close off the practice for today, knowing that we've got plenty more practices inside the Deep Calm framework if we feel like we want more.